Hi. I was asked to make a video about the German pronunciation of the letter R. And in German we have several kinds of pronunciations for the letter R. And well, I just figured it out a short while ago that we actually have more than just one kind of pronunciation for this letter. And which means that I found a site where it is said that we have maybe about 3 different main pronunciations, you might say. If you count also the dialects, it's even more than just 3 pronunciations. And you can mostly say that the first pronunciation is the most famous pronunciation of the German R. It's the R, where it's where you can hear it, where it's a throat based sound, you might say, and we often use it after consonants, like in the word kriechen or braten or something like that. And then we also have the word the R, an R that is which is not really vibrating, but is where it's close to vibrating. For instance, you use it mostly after each A, like in the word hart or Wahrheit. They would not say hart or Wahrheit, except for you're overemphasizing the word or something like that, or or on the stage, for instance, you also have to sometimes to be very accurate in your language, but usually you wouldn't pronunciate it like r. You would make a sound that is close to the r, but not really vibrating. So it's hart, Wahrheit. It's more like r. It's not r. If it would be a little bit more pressure in it, then it would be vibrating, but it is not. So it's close to it. Hart. It's similar to the r, but not so much r. More like close to. So it's difficult to explain, actually, and it's even more difficult to get this right. And the third one is probably the most easiest. It's a so-called, in German at least, it's a so-called Schwa laut sound, and I believe it is also used in Hebrew, for instance, and you use it after long vowels, except for the A. That is to say, after each E, I, O, U, that is long. You have it very often at the endings of words, like in the word Pferd. You would not say Pferd or Pferd, it's say Pferd. Pferd. It's almost like an A sound. Tor. Tor. It's not Tor or Tor or something like that. It's Tor. It's almost like Tor, like we would make a German A, Tor, after instead of an R. Or for instance, the word Tür, which means door. Tür, Tür, Tür. It's Tür, 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 Tür. But there is also an old-fashioned way of saying Tür, which is Türe, and there you have the first sound again. Türe, Tür, Türe. If after the R, if there is again a vowel following, then you would most certainly use the r instead of the r or a or whatever. Yeah, and there's, for instance, a very good, not sentence, but a word or term you might use for where all three kinds of R's are appearing, which is Brandenburger Tor. They have Brandenburger Tor. Brandenburg. There we have the br, the r, and the brr, Brandenburg. That's the second R. Borgel. That's also the second R. Tor, and the third R is the no, the fourth R is the third kind of R, whatever. So the first R is the first kind of R. The r. The second and the third R is the second R kind of R. The r, and the third R is the A. Brandenburger Tor. Brandenburger Tor. If it use the rolled R, with the tongue, the r, I would have to think about it. I'm not really sure. Brandenburger Tor. I think the rules change a bit if you use dialects, because it depends on the dialect where you apply which kind of R's and stuff. But in standard High German, you would use these three R's in this given order, let's say. I forgot to mention the second R, this r, not this r, but the r sound, is also used after short E, I, O, U. So after long A, after each A, in fact, hart, Wahrheit, Maß, whatever. After short E, I, O, U, lernen, Birne, Ort. You don't say Ort or what. That would sound Bavarian, actually. Ort. Ort, Urteil, Urteil. And the Schwa sound after long vowels, except for the A. Pferd, Tor, hier, Geburt, Tür, vier, vor. Actually, if you would do it this way, you would have far less to use this r sound, which is really actually maybe causing lots of trouble for not German speakers or not French speakers or something like that, because there are more languages than just German that are using this R. Hebrew, French, German, Danish, I believe, sometimes even Norwegian, certain regions or something like that, or similar R's. Yeah. About the pronunciation, yeah, as I said in a different video, I can't really give you a hint how to. You have to just try to get it right. You have to listen to native speakers, and to try to imitate, I would say, and you have to just exercise. Otherwise, you would not be able to get it right. I think Brandenburger Tor is also kind of a very good possibility to actually maybe learn this sound, because you can train all three German R's in one or in two words, you might say. Brandenburger, I'm just exaggerating. Brandenburger Tor. Brandenburger Tor. How could you explain it? I could show you my throat, but I don't do that, I think. So it's r, like it has to vibrate. R, it's really vibrating. I can't say anything more like that. It's just like you would probably do, I don't know, if it's spit or something, and it would like, it's like, you have to get it vibrating somehow. Or if you're angry, you do like, it's a guttural sound, like similar to that. Just try that. If you have that, you can